Good morning. It is now Monday. It is actually the middle of August. I don't remember when was the last time we recorded a vlog. We're launching some end of summer campaigns for our clients, so I guess it's already end of summer. But yeah, it's been a busy couple of weeks and it's going to be a very busy week right now because I like to prepare a lot for what's to come in the last quarter of the year in August. And for us, it's all about growth. We recently sat down and made a calculation that if we want to reach our goal for this year, we still have about 40% left to grow, which means we need to hire 8 more people or something like that by the end of the year, find projects for them, things like that. So yeah, it's gonna be fun. But now I'm gonna go for a run because I have a meeting in 10 minutes and then we'll see how the day goes. Okay, right on time. That was a nice little sprint. We're gonna talk about some stuff about 2024, but before that I want to show you my biggest achievement so far. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it on the camera though. It's my cardio fitness journey. So it's technically the highest it's ever been, I think, in the past 5 years. It keeps growing. I'm still technically below average, but I'm almost there. So I think I'm gonna be above average very soon. But let's get into the meeting now. Добро утро, добро утро. Добре дошъл на калата.
Също една добра тема, защото аз предполагам, че всеки като си пише репорта, първо се гледа скрипшените, преместване на тапи на камапи 3. Тоест изцяло, за да пуснем тази кампания. Ми е хубаво да го релизнем началото на тази седмица, ако сме сигурни, че...
А иначе Галата и Ваня, поред мен е добре да отделим малко време да се разберем за всичко, което има да се прави по кампанията. Имайки преди, че основно ние ще се занимаваме с нея, а не Джо.
Да, иначе ако успеем да пием си, казвам сега да направя останалите имейли.
И съобщението.
Okay, so that was the daily sync meeting with the team. We have a big week coming ahead. Before we get into that, I want to show you guys something because yesterday we're talking with a friend of mine because I keep saying I still have to cut some fat and she keeps saying, well, I don't think you have anything else left to cut. And I'm like, no, I do. I was showing her a photo of myself. It's actually 6 years ago, I think, not 5, but I'm at the same weight as I am right now. So 78 kilos. You're gonna see the dramatic difference between 78, the way I look now and back then. I want you to look at this part, my little tummy, which I don't even know what was wrong with that. Like, why is it bloated like that? If I ate something at that point, or what was wrong with me back then? Also, look at my arm. It looks like zero muscle. It looks like it's all fat, which is pretty sad, I think. But in general, even in my face, I don't think I look very healthy at the time, even though I'm at the same weight. I checked it. I've kept starting and stopping anything that had to do with working out or losing weight or getting in shape because I wasn't seeing results fast enough. And I thought that there was some universal curse hanging upon me, which was stopping me from seeing any progress. It ended up being just me not allowing myself enough time to actually see the results. Now I've been doing this current set of things that I'm doing for 6 months now, and it's probably the longest I've been able to stick with any kind of program or anything like that. But the very important bit is the fact that I now know what to do. All the times I tried before have kind of prepared me for this time when I actually now know what to do. I've tried so many different things, but it's mostly because I've collected so much information in the meantime. So, and I know how to do cardio, strength training, I know how to eat, I know how to sleep, I know all those different things. So it's now much easier to actually see results. But yeah, it's now 10 o'clock. My next meeting is at 11. So this means we have 1 hour. We're obviously not gonna have enough time to go to the gym today. So I think we're gonna do a few exercises here outside and then we'll keep going. We're just talking with Irina, who's behind the camera. We'll have to show her at some point. We'll see when that would happen. We're walking around with a friend of ours and we're talking about different things. I'm not going to get into the specifics, but the main point was that, let's say someone finishes high school and they have to decide what they want to do with their life. Do they want to pursue a career, more traditional path? Do they want to start their own business? All of these options are viable. You can make money because of internet and online stuff with basically almost everything. So you have all these options, right? So you're free to do what you want to do. When choosing a partner in life, it's the same thing. You can choose whomever. You can live basically anywhere in the world if you want to. And that's nice from one perspective. But from the other perspective, all these optionalities, I think, eventually make our lives a little bit more complicated because we have to decide. I think frameworks are super important, not systems, but frameworks. And a framework just gives you a little bit of wiggle room. It's not a system, but it's still very easy to understand where you are right now, where you need to go, when you need to do those things and all that. And thinking about it in terms of the way I see our business right now compared to what it used to be, looking at that photo from 6 years ago made me think that 6 years ago I was trying to be like very democratic, meaning everyone could do what they wanted to do. There was no structure. Basically, there were no managers. Everybody was on the same level, so flat structure type of company. It had some benefits to it, but mostly everybody was confused. They didn't know what's going on. They had no idea how fast they can grow, where they can get to, and things like that. We as humans, I think we need that roadmap in order to be successful and feel good about ourselves. So now what we're doing, we're building all those frameworks for working with clients, meaning delivery of the services that we provide, hiring, the actual building of the products that we build, sales, marketing, HR, like everything we try to put it in a framework. And I think this is very important if we want things to grow. We need to grow 40% by the end of the year. That's 3 months. So it's going to be a challenge, but we'll do our best to get there. I actually think we're not going to go to the thing because there's a bunch of people that are shirtless. I don't want to show shirtless men. Maybe they don't want to show them in my videos as well. Or they do. I don't know. But we'll just keep walking a little bit more and then just get going. It's 10:15 already. So another very interesting thing that we talked about with this girl and my fiance, she's having a hard time hiring people because she has her own business. She doesn't know how to do it. She's afraid of the process and things like that. When I was listening to her, it just occurred to me that I've heard this so many times, and also I've been there myself. I'm probably still there in some respect. So when we're just starting out, we're not sure what we're doing. We just don't know what to do, and we're just confused most of the time. And we have this fear of rejection, fear that someone is going to know that we have no idea what we're doing. We tend to have this perfectionism, meaning we want everything to be perfect. We want the clients to be perfect. We want the service or product to be perfect. We want the employees to be perfect. We want everything to be perfect, which is just a dream. It's never perfect. It's never going to be perfect. And I told her my own personal way of going through this. I used to think that if everything is perfect, I'll have the perfect business, which was fun to some extent to see it fail so many times. I realized after a lot of self-reflection and working with myself to understand that it's not about that, because I was seeing so many other people whose businesses are not perfect, their clients are not perfect, their services are not perfect, their employees are not perfect, but they still have much bigger businesses than mine. So I thought to myself, well, it's obviously possible. And then I found this quote, and when I told our friend this quote, she was like mind blown, writing it down and things like that. And I don't know who said that, but the quote goes, you can either be right or you can be rich. You choose. So all I was doing is I was trying to be right all the time. And I was trying to prove everybody wrong. No, this is not like that. This is like this. And all that. Even in the business with our employees, they would say something and I'll just go, no, this is not like that. It's like this. Or did you know that there's a better way to do this, and things like that. That's the point when I realized I can have a big business and not everything has to be perfect. And I just need to learn to work with that because it's actually the way things are. And I have to learn to live with that imperfection and keep the perfect version of it as the vision of where this could be if everything was perfect, just realizing that it's never going to happen.
Версията също трябва да пуснем. С нея се забавихме доста, тъй като тя трябваше да е лайв преди 2 спринта. Така че тя се остава на дневен ред, ако нещо да се пусне.
It's already 12, and I'm just now leaving the house. And the reason I'm late is because I had a wardrobe crisis, which basically means that in my case, because I'm losing weight, my clothes don't fit anymore. And I spent all summer wearing the same pair of shorts, which is the only thing that would fit. I do wash them, so don't go crazy. But still, it's one pair of shorts. Today I wanted to wear something different, and also the shorts are in the laundry and nothing would fit. Everything is too big. And Irina was saying, well, this is a good kind of crisis to have. And I said, yes, that is correct. But it's still a crisis at the end of the day. Every now and then we try to, I'm not saying Irina did it, it's just something that came to my mind. A lot of times we try to scale down the problems that other people are having because, let's say for us, it seems like it's not that big of an issue. We see an easy solution or something like that. But regardless, for the person experiencing it, it's still a problem. Sure, I am losing weight and I want to lose the weight still, not the weight, but the fat. This has some consequences and it's a good thing, but at the same time, I wanted to get out of the house 30 minutes earlier. But anyway, we'll make up for it. So today on the way to the office, finally, and it's basically a bunch of meetings all day long. So first of all, we have 2 interviews, one with a great candidate for a QA position, and then another one with a candidate for a social media marketing person. One of them has already received an offer from us. Basically, this is going to be the last meeting before they decide whether or not they're going to take the offer. The other one is just the first meeting. I'm still very much involved in hiring. I think hiring is one of the harder things to outsource for many different reasons, but specifically when the company is still small, like ours. We're still at 14, 15 people now. I think at this size, it's critical to find people that are going to fit the culture more than anything else. Skills are important, but you can learn any skill if you are the right type of people at the end of the day. I don't look so much for skills, even if a skill is missing. Like for example, in the case of this very great candidate for the QA position, she is missing one skill from what the requirements of the job are, but at the end of the day, it doesn't look like it's going to be an issue because I'm pretty sure she'll make up for it and catch on very quickly. The other candidate, I don't know so much about. It's a friend of a friend, and we'll see how that goes. Essentially, we need someone to do social media stuff for my things, but then also for company, also client work. But if those 2 people come along, it's going to be 2 out of this 8 that I already mentioned that we need to hire. But basically everyone else is going to have to be a programmer or a coder. So we're now talking with customers for 2 potential new projects. One of them looks more promising than the other. It is a Bulgarian company. I'm sure that most of you are now aware that we are actually in Bulgaria, but we don't normally work with customers from Bulgaria. There's multiple different reasons for that. It's not that we choose not to work with customers in Bulgaria, but we just don't do it because our whole systems and operations and everything else is not made to service Bulgarian customers. We have done it in the past when we weren't able to be so picky about who we work with. We had to create contracts, offers, like everything we had to create in Bulgarian because of that one customer, which is not great because usually Bulgarian customers working with a Bulgarian company, they also expect a lower price than what we normally charge. And it's not like I'm greedy or buying boats or islands or stuff like that. It's just the reality of the market that software developers are expensive. So there's not much that we can do in terms of price and also provide a high quality service. So yeah, we'll see how we're going to be able to hire those 6 people. I'm not really sure. Summer is also kind of a low season for everything. Getting clients, getting new hires. Hopefully come September, it's going to get a little bit more lively. And one thing I noticed yesterday, you may think that I'm great at communicating and presenting stuff, or it might look like I have experience, and I do, but I still notice things that I'm doing not great. And specifically, I sometimes explain too much, which is irrelevant. No one needs to know too many details and things like that. So if I'm still doing that on those videos, I'm sorry. I'm trying to be better. But I was telling you about this friend of mine. She has her own business, she wants to grow, and she realizes that the way to grow is to hire people. But she's kind of stuck not being able to do it because of this perfectionist trap or whatever. I went through that. Now the business is in a much better state than what it used to be, specifically because of my letting go of this feeling that everything is somehow, sometimes gonna be perfect. You need to be able to tolerate a certain amount of error in the fact that the people that work for you, your clients, everybody that's somehow related to your business is gonna have that margin where things are not gonna be perfect. If you wanna grow, potentially the best way to grow is through hiring people. Regardless of the quality of the people that you hire, if you don't let them do their job, it's never gonna happen. And the only way to do that is to let go of your romantic ideas. Okay, it is now 12:15. Къде така ли, че пак някаква част от това ще трябва да се долокализира, но като цяло е локализирано. Здрасти, как си, извинявай, че забавих малко. Въпреки, че на кандидатите, които си харесваме повече, development services, там е трудно да се прави много голям потенциал на невероятни резултати. Чао, сега приятен ден. The second interview is now over. Unfortunately, as I knew prior to the interview, the lady that we interviewed is not actually available to work here full time. So she's technically maybe going to be able to do some half day work or something like that. I think I now have to eat something because it's 2:30. My next meeting is at 4:30. So if I eat now, I can then have about an hour and a half of time to work before the next meeting, which is going to be nice. Просто може да правим на Ревъртап сега, просто не си стигнал до тях, ще не стои на днеска. Просто което пуснах да се джойнем към тая програма, да ти стои на сайта. Това че не мога да кажа това какво се случва.
Yeah, you just sign up on the website.
That I misunderstood in one of the plant stop meetings of this. But yeah.
So if you're doing more than a certain number of conversions,
Oh, okay.
yeah, right.
Yeah, awesome, for sure. And like I said, we do love Superwall. I kind of wish we built that, but we haven't. So at least we get to use it. So it's still a win for us. Yeah. This is actually my last meeting for the day, so I'm excited. I do these kind of meetings with some of the people that we work with where I kind of make it sound like it's me trying to bring business to them, but I also ask them if they have some business to bring to us. And I think this works really well because it's not just me asking for something, but it's me also giving something. And actually, I want to send them a client first before I ask them, do you have some clients that you can refer to? But yeah, that's a company that we work with. It's a service provider. They're in the US. The founder is pretty great. He's an app guy too. He used to have his own apps and he now has this SaaS service, which is pretty cool, by the way. It was a fairly productive day. Unfortunately, as you guys saw, it started pretty late for various reasons. So I still have some of the stuff that I wanted to do today. It's gonna get transferred over to tomorrow, but it's okay. That's just, I guess, normal. And that's something that I now try to incorporate more of in my days, where I try to leave things a little bit more loose. Like I try not to follow such a strict and fixed schedule and things like that, because otherwise I just get too rigid and not flexible enough. Anyway, thanks for coming along, and I guess we'll see you in the next one.